Excuse me. All right. The channel is live, probably just in time for me to burp into the microphone. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
Yay! Frosty.
I said things in the wrong order, so now I'm off balance. But our players tonight, Jason Banks as Clementine,
Hello, everyone.
Nobilis as Okie Doke.
Mm,
Is that was it was
that was supposed to be a grunt. It might be that Zoom cut it out.
Yes, it
Yeah.
kind of did. We kind of got a sort of a vague sound.
Okay.
Anyway, we also got Lee Burdett as Rufus
Hello.
and Dove Archambault as Aurora.
Oh, what else are we gonna have to face here?
So, in part one of this adventure, this little mountain town at the base of a cliff where there is a big, seemingly abandoned mansion found itself not only in the normal winter weather, but suffering the effects of a magical blizzard. It was not only making things very cold and snowy, but also literally preventing any fire from being lit, not even so much as a candle. Obviously, bad news. Everybody's really cold. They're getting sick. It's no good.
Yep.
But good for them. They knew that there is a team known as the Winter Guardians that can be called upon in times just such as these. And so they summoned our four heroes for help.
We're the northern wind.
Oh, yes, that's right. You are Winter Guardians, though, but the Northern Wind, yes. And so the Northern Wind trekked up the mountainside to this mansion. You heard that this mansion was once owned by an elven family where the sort of patriarch of this family hated the holiday of Winterfest and therefore forbade his family from celebrating it. And this was kind of a known problem. And for years, every Winterfest, the town would hear terrible screams coming from the mansion. But now, this year, more than screams, also evil supernatural blizzard. So far, having entered the house, you found what seems to have been this family turned into mummies sitting at the dinner table, and you finished them off, laid them to rest, but one of them at the very last did give you an indication that there was 4 circles that might need to be dealt with. You found one of these circles in one of the little rooms here, but you didn't know what to do with it yet or how to disable it safely. So at the moment, you have done nothing to it. However, you also, in another room, found the traumatized, angry, vengeful ghosts of all of the servant staff that apparently used to work here. And you had to fight them off, and you were able to destroy most of those specters, but 2 of them, having been turned by spiritual divine faith, fled through the wall of the castle, and who knows, might be back at some point. Perhaps a narratively convenient time, or otherwise. So that is where we left things, although one thing we should also probably point out is that all 4 of you currently cursed.
Yep.
Yeah. This was a something that you have identified, I believe, at this point, that the effect of this curse is that while cursed, you cannot recover hit points. And I think you discovered that and then proceeded to open the next door to start another fight thing without doing anything about it. But you know what? Hey, that's, it's up to you guys. That's what role-playing games are all about. Currently, anyone looking at the map will see that there are 2 tokens for Aurora because one of them is a magical duplicate created by the Turtle Dove daggers that you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember if that magical item says that lasts only a short time.
I believe it says a minute.
Okay, so that would actually probably be wearing off momentarily, unless right after this encounter you would immediately be doing something with it.
No,
I don't think
I-
so, no.
when I came to the thing, when I noticed the magic is fading, I would give the duplicate a salute and let it fade.
All right, so I'll go ahead and remove the duplicate token. Actually, what I will do is just set it off to the side in case it comes up again. Although I don't remember if you can actually do it more than once in a long rest anyway.
I believe I can.
Yeah.
I think it's got charges, so.
Yeah, I think that might be true. So in any case, you would need to look at the item description. I could pull it up if necessary, but I'm not going to right now. In the meantime, though, all of the specters that were in here have been dispatched, except for the 2 that fled through the wall. They don't seem like they have returned as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Wind, what would you like to do?
I think we need to investigate this room. What, at least while there's nothing in it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would say and Clementine would want to go in there and look underneath that carpet to see if there'd be
Same
another one in
thought.
the circle.
Yeah,
since
yes,
we found one in the other room.
Yes, it is a good thought. You go in there though, and first I'll remind you that you are stepping over the stacked up skeletons, the physical remains of all of those servants that were apparently just locked in there. But I like to imagine that this respectful team would be careful in that regard and not just wade through the bones like a freshly fallen blanket of snow. But when you reach the carpet and bend to lift up the corner and look underneath, you do not see anything of note, just the floor.
Okay. Since if that's the case, then I would like to use Sacred Flame and say a prayer over the bodies to kind of do a small sort of ritual for them.
Sure. I think so. Tell me a little bit about what that looks like. Tell me, give me a little bit more detail there.
So you guys see Clementine go over and start making hand gestures over them and starts making prayers to that they have a great bountiful harvest of the warmest and cheesiest pepperoni pizzas without and to be protected by the High Father Splinter and keep away the dark shadows from the chaotic verse that the avatar known as Shredder believes in and supports, because you got to be protected from evil interdimensional tentacle brain monsters.
Absolutely.
So, just as a reminder to anyone who didn't see part 1, we do have here Clementine is an animated snow person wearing a dish sled on their back, very much like a turtle shell.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So I go ahead and make a religion check for me here.
See what we got there. Ooh. Okay, that's a 12.
A 12. I think with a 12, you know that you have been able to, like all of the specters that were, had already been sort of like their ghostly form had been disrupted, are now completely at rest. But you think that the 2 that have not been dispatched yet would either need to have their bones like interred in a more like sacred place, or you would need to find them and destroy them as well, because those two are not. I think what happens is all of the others kind of sort of just, you know, disintegrate up into little golden sparkles and dissipate. But you can see that there are two bodies, that like two of these skeletons, that have not dissipated in that way. There is necrotic energy still holding them in place.
And as Clementine watches the particles rise up, she's like, "And may all your crusts be stuffed."
And your bottom's not soggy.
Indeed.
Wow.
All right, let's see what we now. I will say now there are so are these frozen like statues in the corners in this main area?
So yes, as you inspect those, similar to the ones in that hallway that you first crossed through when you first came in the building, they do seem to be very elaborate and well made, like very detailed ice sculptures of various sort of heroic looking like there's sort of a wizard looking one and a knight looking one in here, and they are. It would take someone of really extreme skill to make such a thing, and even then you would imagine it would have to be very fragile if not done supernaturally in some way. But at least at first glance, like or even second, meaning just like just you go over and look at it more carefully without a detailed inspection, it does appear to simply be an ice sculpture. It doesn't look like it's a frozen person. It's an ice sculpture of a person.
I'm reminded about an old piece of advice I heard. Be wary if you see a statue of someone who is afraid. They're never carved in a fearful expression.
Well, I would hope that maybe they just like creepy things.
Yeah.
And also, I do distinctly feel like and remember that those statues we saw earlier were slightly watching us, ever so slightly.
I think I will say I'm not going to confirm or deny whether they are or not, but I did not ever say that they were.
Oh, well,
I think they were placed in such a location that you were suspicious that there might be something more to them. As of now, nothing has happened with them.
Oh, okay. See,
I mean, it is as someone who plays D&D sometimes and as someone who runs it frequently, it is not unreasonable to be curious about statues placed such as they are. However, as of right now, they have not done anything.
Innocent.
It was the mummies that suddenly watched
us
as we approached.
Right, yeah. So they were all sitting at the table very still until you got closer. So that might be what you're remembering.
Yes. I thought it was those statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doors are near the entrance.
Yep, and I'm at the other side. Let's open only one door at a time, though.
Yes.
Also, your character, Nabil, you are a big beefy fellow, right? Nabilus's character.
Yes. Though beef would not be appropriate.
Barky.
Yes.
Let's see. How many third levels do I have left?
Doke is a 7-foot-tall tree man with bronze plates nailed into his bark as armor.
Oof. I would love somehow finding a way to take a rest because I can only remove curse from one of us, and then I'll be out.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, and it seems like the person, the most fragile of us, should be the one who gets that rather than the sturdiest.
Yeah.
Perhaps
that would probably be me.
Yeah. probably the idea.
And but then again, I am. But by the way, then I will be out of third level spells.
Well, I mean, it's better than not.
True. But mind you, I'll still
So-
be able to heal, though. Still be able to heal.
Well,
Yeah,
you'll
yourself.
only be able to heal someone who has had the curse removed.
That is true.
Yeah.
You don't. You used. Your. Oh, do you only have up to third levels?
Remove curse is a
Okay.
third level spell.
Yeah.
Well, like level 11, but you're multi-classed.
Indeed.
Okay, never mind.
The perils of multiclassing.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but to be fair, even if I run out of spell slots completely, I can still heal you by punching you very, very delicately.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, if someone is still cursed,